The UK used to be a nation of warriors, inventors and revolutionaries, a country that defied empires and shaped the modern world. But now, we've become a nation of cowards, too scared to fight back against the very systems that oppress us. The elites haven't just won, they've turned us into compliant, frightened shadows of what we once were. We live in a country where grown men are willing to physically fight over a football match, but won't lift a finger to challenge the real oppressors destroying their livelihoods. Where's the outrage when energy companies bleed you dry? Where's the fight when the government erodes your rights with every passing year? Nowhere. Instead, we cower, we comply, and we make excuses. It's disgraceful. The British people have been systematically conditioned to fear anything and everything that might disrupt their carefully managed routines. The elites don't need to send soldiers to the streets when they have fear doing the dirty work for them. Let's lay out the facts. The average Brit is shackled by debt. From student loans to mortgages to payday loans, the financial system is designed to keep you in a perpetual state of anxiety. You work longer hours for stagnant wages, all to scrape by on payments to banks and corporations that are raking in record profits. Miss a payment? You're hounded by bailiffs and threats of legal action. This isn't an accident, it's a deliberate system of control. You won't rise up when you're too busy worrying about keeping the lights on or feeding your family. Your life is controlled by a 3-digit number. It dictates whether you can rent a home, take out a loan, or even get a mobile phone contract. A single missed payment can haunt you for years, and you live in constant fear of it. This isn't financial accountability. It's a tool to keep you obedient. You don't push back against unfair systems when you're terrified of damaging your creditworthiness. Bailiffs have become the enforcers of the elite's will, terrorizing working-class families over unpaid bills. They don't go after the billionaires dodging taxes or the corporations stealing from the public. They come after you, the average person, for a few £100s. And, instead of standing up to this legalized bullying, most people comply without question. The UK government is a masterclass in deceit. They impose austerity measures that crush the working class while giving tax breaks to the rich. They lie about NHS funding, energy policies and public safety while funneling billions into private pockets. The COVID-19 pandemic was a perfect example of this. Lockdown rules for you, but parties and privileges for them. And what did most of us do? We clapped on our doorsteps and followed their orders. Let's talk about the cost of living. Energy prices are sky high, food costs are spiraling, and wages haven't kept pace with inflation for decades. The energy companies are making billions in profit, yet millions of Brits are forced to choose between heating and eating. Instead of fighting back, we tighten our belts and accept the excuse that times are tough. No, times aren't tough. The system is rigged against you. The UK is one of the most surveilled nations on earth, with cameras on every corner and laws that make peaceful protest nearly impossible. Digital IDs and cashless systems are being rolled out to track your every move, and yet most of us don't even question it. Instead, we embrace the convenience, willingly handing over our freedom for the sake of comfort. The everyday hypocrisy of the British public. It's not just that the elites are winning, it's that we're helping them. Here's the brutal truth. We'll riot over football, but not over poverty. We'll spend hours arguing over reality TV, but won't discuss how to fix our broken society. We'll queue obediently for hours at airports, but won't take to the streets when our rights are stripped away. We've become a nation of hypocrites, too busy with petty distractions to address the real issues. Excuses are the currency of cowardice. Ask anyone why they don't fight back, and you'll hear the same tired excuses. I can't afford to lose my job. I've got a family to think about. What difference will it make? These aren't reasons. They're justifications for cowardice. The truth is, most people are too scared, too lazy, or too comfortable to take any real action. A call to action. Enough is enough. The elites are not invincible, and their system of control only works because we let it. Imagine if even a fraction of the energy spent on football rivalries was directed toward resisting injustice. Imagine if the same passion we show for meaningless distractions was channeled into meaningful action. Here's what needs to happen. Stop complying. Stop prioritizing your credit rating over your freedom. Stop letting fear dictate your actions. The system only works if you play by its rules. So don't. Start organizing. The elites rely on division to keep us weak. Unite with your neighbors, your co-workers, and your community. Collective action is the only way to fight back. Demand accountability. Call out the lies, the corruption, and the theft. Demand that those in power answer for their actions. Reclaim your courage. The British people are capable of so much more than this. We faced down empires, invasions, and crises before. We can do it again, but only if we stop being cowards. The choice is yours. The UK is at a crossroads. We can continue down this path of gutless compliance, or we can stand up and fight for our future. The question is simple. Will you be remembered as part of the generation that let it all slip away, or will you be part of the fight to take it back? The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now.